Alright, so special Wednesday stream here. A new season of Median XL is starting this Friday, and I was asked if I'm going to read the changelog. So, yes I am. That is the answer to that, and here we are. 2.6 Median XL. You can see the timer up here, 1 day, 17 hours. Before anyone asks, I will not be starting a new playthrough when 2.6 launches, but I will continue the neutral den, at least for a little bit, unless they do something to completely kill the neutral den, even though it's already not that good. So, anyway, let's begin. Game general. Training grounds. Target dummy now records damage from traps, trap-like skills, and totems. Okay. I didn't know about this until this past season, so cool. Experience. The player now gets full experience up to 5 levels under the area for all levels, reducing the likelihood of negative snowballing when falling behind the EXP curve. Ah, okay, so I want to say that is a bit of an improvement. I think it reduced up to 1 level in the past, but anyway. Monsters. Bosses which teleport when struck now have a cooldown for doing so, allowing for a less interrupted and more enjoyable boss killing experience. The cooldown is usually 3 to 5 seconds, depending on the boss. So what this means is that Flame Strike is now going to be really, really strong against teleport bosses, because you can just Flame Strike stuff to death. Yeah, this will definitely make things easier for stuff like Tanakan, Cabraxis. I would say Lazarus, but no, it wouldn't help Lazarus. Oldie, it would help. So, reduce the vampire AI, the one which annoyingly caused them to flee under 25% health of all bosses that used it with our first new AI. Thank God. Which no longer causes them to run and cry in a corner when they are about to get smacked. Bosses affected by this change are Andariel, Kentril Duman, Tal Rasha, Koth, Primus, Athala. Now casts standard teleport when she teleports instead of Sky Siege. Juris Khan, Lilith, Darkstar Dragon, Cow King, Magda, Zultun Kuli, Oldie Radamant, Council Priest, and Andariel. Yashari, Visions of Anguish, Hatred, Terror, and Bale. Oh, thank fucking God, dude. This. I still have fucking nightmares about the the fucking revisited Boazon trying to chase Bale in the fucking tunnel. Ugh. Garbad, all tears in the Dimensional Labyrinth. Dimensional Lab Mathael, all tears. Lister the Tormentor. Magic Spiral now lasts 6 seconds, down from 12. I want to say that's good news for us. Now has a cooldown of 4 seconds between teleport procs, so it's less obnoxious. Bale now only slows movement speed. Now has a cooldown of 4 seconds between teleport procs on all difficulties. Bale Inferno, mana burn reduced to 25% of your total, down from 90. Hexwings now cast Decrepify on attack instead of on sight. Firebloods, health raised by 25%. The ones that I used to call fuckblood. Duriel, rockfall radius decreased. Just making sure everything is okay. Yeah, it is. I would prefer this just be removed, but oh well. Areas, endgame quests. Nephilim Rifts. Tran Athala, priestesses no longer slow on hit. I don't have much to comment on there. Lucian, Triune, health reduced by 10%. Okay, so it makes Lucian a little bit faster. Duncraig, Purify missile velocity increased by 25%. This could just be Purify, it doesn't have to be Duncraig, because this also applies to Vizjin, it applies to, technically it could apply to Holy Bolt in the Ashari Sanctum. It applies to Lazarus also. I still like my idea of instead of Purify being a missile, it just casts from the sky like Fist of the Heavens. in vanilla D2 where it just drops a projectile directly on the target's head. I mean, that might make things a little too easy, but yeah. Toraja, Lydia's Curse, now has a 1% chance to a random maximum elemental resistance. That's actually pretty good, because, like, before it gave Edrium life, which became useless, basically. Visgen, Demon Flesh Surrogate, no longer causes crushing blow on striking. I'm just looking at my thing, making sure everything's alright. And it is. I don't remember which one this is. Is this the former Hammerbot? I actually don't remember. Fosdenville, UMO drop rates reduced by 30%. The high drops on relatively easy content were obsoleting the reward structure on harder content. I personally never really played with UMOs, so oh well. Slozglen, Etherborn, now has a cooldown of 3 seconds between teleport procs. 11th Eye no longer drops Conjuring Eyes. Now has a 20% chance to drop Reality Piercer. I've never once entered Slozglen because I don't feel like doing the grind to level 135, but for those of you that do, there's this. Dimensional Labyrinth. Corrupted Amazon... Oh, hold on. Okay. Corrupted Amazon, Assassin, Barbarian, and Necromancer. Now has cooldown of 5 seconds between teleport procs. Also, I'm just gonna... Okay, yeah. Garbad the Weak now has a cooldown of 4 seconds between teleport procs. Same with the Navigator. Unstable Anomaly now has a cooldown of 2 seconds between teleport procs. Atana Khan, chance to drop Awakening reduced by 20%. Atana Khan can spawn in the Dimensional Labyrinth? Oh man, that sounds really dangerous. Fixed an issue where the Labstones displayed an incorrect amount of leech resistance. Leech penalty raised to 70% from 60% for levels 8 through 10. Endgame Dungeons, Horror under Tristram. Fixed a bug that caused the shrines to spit fire without being activated by the boss. Horror under Tristram Uber. No longer need to cube 10 Butcher's Teeth to get the Uber charm. Instead, need to transmute the regular charm in the cube after reaching level 120. Okay, this is actually a pretty good change, because farming normal butchers just... Yeah, that's just busy work, basically. Quests can now be accessed at level 120 instead of 125. This is also a good change, because, like, you really need to be level 125 to do the Uber Butcher. I personally think not. Cubing with an Urt rune now gives you access to 2 scrolls instead of 1, so you better value... Oh, you better value for sacrificing an enchanted rune. I think this needs to be... This sentence should be, so you get better value for sacrificing, e.g. to trade or in case you failed the quest. Infernal Machine. The dungeon has been completely redesigned, with the cave split into 2 areas. The bottom area is filled with traps, inhabited by a reanimating horde of rotwalkers and bathed in frostfire by the machine. I will definitely revisit this in my Bloods on Revisited. I will definitely revisit this to show off how it was changed. This doesn't really look like it's changed, so I'm not going to do this again. But I will do this. However, Rotwalkers are weak to fire damage. Hey! That means I can just use Lava Pit. And their undeath can be countered with corpse consumption effects, e.g. reanimates. Okay. Top area is safe from boss attacks and the unrelenting undead, but you take continuous cold damage over time, and rage attacks are impeded by sentry knights. You will earn crafting materials upon dismantling the infernal machine. 6 sacred item bases, which allow you to craft or create a rune ward at an early stage. 2 oils of lesser alchemy, which can be used to craft amulets. More details in the item section. So is this a one-time reward, or is this something you can just repeat over and over again? Because if this is something you can repeat over and over again, I feel grinding the Infernal Machine might be a good thing until you get your item bases for stuff. So this is a positive change. Death Projector, Bulwark, life regen to boss now 1.5% per second, down from 3%. The charm no longer has stat variance. Death Projector Uber, new dungeon quest requires level 121. Quest instructions are found on freshly dropped laser focus crystals. This is another thing I'm going to revisit or look at with the Bloodzon. Horizon Sanctum, now creature flame now has cooldown of 3 seconds between teleport procs, health increased by 25%. I can't tell if this thing has been buffed or not. Because, I mean, the health increase is one thing, but it's not that tanky anyway. But with the 3-second teleport proc cooldown, that means if you have Flame Strike or something like that, you just destroy this thing. Inquisitor of the Triune, Inquisitor, Rockfall radius decreased, health reduced by 10%. That's the thing that you, that's the thing in the Terojan jungles. Ugh. Again, I'd rather just Rockfall just be removed from the game altogether. Bull Prince Rodeo, Hoof Stomp now lasts half as long, so this is a nerf. Black Road. The Black Road no longer creates mind warps when upgraded and cubed. Can now be right-clicked to open a portal to Fosdenville after being upgraded, and this does not consume the charm. Thank God. Well, actually, no. Even cubing, it's not that big a deal, but I do like the convenience of just right-clicking the thing, and hey, there's your Fosdenville portal. Heart of Sin, key no longer consumed when used. Okay, so we just keep the sin in the key in the inventory and just use it as many times as we need. That will definitely reduce the time it takes to get a trophy, which I'm all in favor of that. Judgment Day, Imperious, increased health by 10%. Okay, Imperious and Mothael have the same stats. Increased health by 10%, now has a cooldown of 3 seconds between teleport procs. So, summoners with Flame Strike, or summoners with any sort of large damage over time, is just going to liquidate these things. Twin Seas, Athala, now has a cooldown of 3 seconds. Did we read that earlier? Oh, no, it doesn't. We didn't read that yet. Quav Sin now has a cooldown of 2 seconds between teleport procs. Increase health by 43%. That's bad, I think. I have never been a fan of Quav Sin since they nerfed physical damage reduction. Kingdom of Shadow, trophy chance raised to 8% from 6%. I don't know how many people actually farm the Kingdom of Shadow trophy. I certainly don't. But if for those trophy hunters, here you go. Eve of Destruction, trophy chance raised to 10% from 6%. Same category as Kingdom of Shadow. Banisher of Light, Cabraxis now has 2-second cooldown between teleport procs, so again, Flame Strike. Bone Chimes, you can no longer carry more than one. I didn't know you could ever carry more than one, but that... Wow, okay. When I'll display current value of the bonus it is granting on the charm itself. Mana Rook. Trinity Nova now has... What does ND mean? Trinity Nova great damage greatly increased. Lord of Lies, Belial, now has cooldown of 3 seconds between teleport procs. Oh, nice. So, if you can find the mouse and just attack the mouse, it'll die. Key of Lies no longer consumed when used. So, again, we could, if for those of you who are trophy hunters or just want to keep trying Lord of Lies, if you fail, just collect the key and then just, I guess, cube it. Yashari Sanctum, Holy Bolt missile velocity increased by 25%. That's basically the same thing as this. Zaxix now has 4-second cooldown between teleport procs. Okay. Namir's Light, Atonicon, rune field damage reduced by 25%. I'm not sure which spell this is. This is probably either the Circle Nova or the triangles that get thrown at you. Now it's cooldown of 3 seconds. So yeah, this is a nerf, I think. Sleep can now be disenchanted to consume the charm, opening a portal directly to the witch fight. This recipe is disabled once a trophy has been added to the sleep. Can no longer be awakened using the same trophy twice. The following trophy bonuses have been adjusted to compensate. Legacy of Blood trophy now grants 20% life and mana leech. That sounds pretty incredible. But I don't actually remember what these used to give. So, Failed Prophet now gives 50 energy. I guess this is nice if you're a spellcaster. I don't know. But Zaxix trophy now grants 50% magic find. I think this used to be for the Triune. I think this used to exist before. But I don't remember. Astro trophy now grants 2 to all skills and 20% slow target. That is boss right here. Because that's very close to the 25% boss slow cap right off the bat. Just this alone. And 2 to all skills is always nice. Heart of Sin trophy now grants 5% maximum life. Nephilim Sacrifice trophy no longer grants Deadly Strike. Now grants 15% IED and 10% bonus to all attributes. Banisher of Light trophy now grants 15% Pierce. That's a pretty good amount of Pierce. Void trophy now grants 1% block chance. This is great if you're a character who actually maxes block chance. And I assume this would be 1% base block chance, not total block chance. If it's total block chance, this is not particularly great. But if it is 1% base block chance, then this could be good. Bremtown trophy, fully reworked, now grants 5% to avoid damage and 10% increased movement speed. Eva Destruction trophy now grants 40% weapon physical damage. Okay. Yashari Sanctum now 20 to all attributes from 40, so this is a nerf. Triune trophy now 10% to all attributes, down from 15. Flat damage nerfed to 10 to 20 from 20 to 25, so just nerf. Spirit World, Spirit of Gaiwa, however you pronounce it. Now has a cooldown of 3 seconds between teleport procs. Void, Soul of Pride, now has a cooldown of 5 seconds between teleport procs. Inarius now gains avoidance when certain stacking skills are used against him. So probably Flame Strike, possibly the Twisted Claw, or whatever the Wolf Druid single target is, the one that can attack, that has like 1,000,000 tornadoes on top of the target if you get Wolf Druid attack speed to 3 frames per attack. Trophy chance raised from 10 to 10% from 6% for those of you trophy seekers. Nephilim Sacrifice, Aldi no longer slows on hit, thank God. Now slows players' movement speed by 30%. Oof. Cooldown of 5 seconds between teleport procs. Trophy chance raised to 10%. Heart of Darkness. What's Heart of Darkness? Wait, Heart of Darkness. Is this? Now needs a Nephilim Dimensional Key with Dimensional Alchemy unlocked to open a portal. This recipe works even if you've used up all the relic crafting charges. I'm actually not sure what this is. Someone will have to tell me what this is in the comments. Nithogur. Fixed a bug which caused the player death punish mechanic did not work during Phase 2. Fixed delay between astral barrages in Phase 1 by 3 seconds. Samael mini-boss AI delay reduced by 0.8 seconds. Demios... I guess this is Dimensional Labyrinth stuff. Demios mini-boss AI delay reduced by 0.4 seconds. Moloch damage increased by 20%. Blood of Creation, Amazon, now reduces elemental maximum resist by 2%. Blood of Creation, Assassin, new relic, gives the following bonuses while attacking with Crucify. Laser Blade works with all weapons. 10% chance to cast level 60 Crucify on kill. 1% chance to cast level 60 Crucify on striking. Okay, so this could be pretty strong. This here could be pretty strong with Throsin, perhaps? I'm not sure, though. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing someone test this stuff, as I don't have the time or patience for that anymore. I never had this level of patience anyway. But, yeah. Blood of Creation, Barbarian. Fixed a bug where IED bonus was 100% instead of 50%. Now needs strength greater than 2 times dexterity plus vitality to get the bonus. Deadly Strike reduced to 70%, down from 100%. Innate IED bonus increased to 60%, up from 50%. Spell Focus build increased to 600, up from 500. Okay. Blood of Creation, Druid, new relic, disables Raid, Earth Talons, and Summoning. Egg Trap now explodes instantly. Egg Trap gains 25% of your weapon physical damage bonus as a multiplier to its bonus lightning damage. I didn't use Egg Trap when I did Were Owl. Blood of Creation, Necromancer. Totemic Synergy bonus is now 33%, down from 40%. Fixed a bug where the totem tool tips weren't correctly updating the damage gain. Damage bonus per base level now 15%, down from 20%. Minion life bonus per base level now 12%, up from 10%. And so this looks more like a use summon Necro for Blood of Creation Necro. The damage bonus is now added to the aura of your blood skeletons instead of your character. This part of the relic was always intended to promote a more hybrid playstyle and not be a basic weapon physical damage bonus. Blood skeletons now gain fire damage equal to Flame Burst shots fire damage. Blood of Creation Paladin now gives 100% extra spell damage if unholy, instead of 40% all attributes. Jesus. Okay, this is a huge buff. 40% all attributes is nice, but that 100% extra spell damage if unholy. Oh, man. I feel this is way better. Because, like, you can I think with Stormlord and enough charms, you can already get enough strength and dexterity to wear anything you would need for unholy trees. And, like, the extra damage from energy or vitality if you're unholy melee, that does not stack anywhere near as well as spell damage, especially early on. Although this is probably endgame, but still. Using Divine Apparition with this relic as unholy will no longer overwrite your existing Super Beast bonuses. I.e., you won't lose spell damage you already had, and the above will be added on top. Now also adds 20% skill duration. And Blood of Creation Sorceress now also regenerates life equal to 75% of your spell focus per second. Characters. Miscellaneous. Fixed a bug with the firewall style that caused the right-hand side to not do damage. This includes the following skills, but not limited to Phalanx and Earth Talons. Ah, okay. I actually didn't know this existed, but Okay. Mercenary Heroic Strength. Now 2 points per 1% weapon physical damage, up from 3. Act 3 Mercenary. Warp Armor. Now 300% total defense and 5% per level. Now gains 1% LE spell damage per level. Amazon two-hand swing animation can now reach 8 FPA, up from 11 FPA. I assume this would be like if you want to use a sword Amazon, unless this does count spears too. So, Storm's on. Hammer of Zere no longer gains flat physical damage per level. Can now be used with maces, hammers, and mauls. Fixed flickering visuals. Power Shift now fires 1 hammer, down from 3. Fixed a bug which caused Power Shift to interfere with the skills that used after it. Slightly reworked. Hammer no longer deals damage while moving or pierces, but deals greatly increased damage on a direct hit. Hammer now ignores walls and other obstacles. Can now be used with maces, hammers, mauls. So this just seems like a straight up buff, like per hammer. Reckoning of Zere no longer gives a chance to launch a hammer at the end of Hammer of Zere or Power Shift. Now grants a weapon physical damage bonus based on your strength or dexterity, whichever is greater, scaling with base levels. This bonus is increased while holding a two-handed weapon. Also grants 5% increased lightning damage to Hammer of Zere per base level. Now has max level of 20, up from 10. Discharge. Base buff duration raised to 3 minutes from 30 seconds. Buff duration per level raised to 5 seconds from 2.2. I haven't played Storm's On since it got reworked a long time ago. But for those of you who do, you'll have to tell me how good this is or how good this isn't. Bow, Worm Shot. Weapon damage reduced to 60% from 80%. Worm Shot has a bug which causes it to hit twice, which wasn't caught during 2.5 testing. This bug cannot be fixed without also removing the random elemental types, so the damages have been reduced to allow both the bug and the random elements to remain. Spear, Great Hunt. Skill now deals much more damage around walls and other obstacles. That would have been really nice to have when I did Spears On about 2 years ago. Now gains extra spirit for 5 levels from 10. Oh man. Fires 2 spirits at level 1. No longer gains extra spirit from fury charges. So that's where the balance comes in. Now gains 3 3% magic pierce per fury charge. Okay, I want to say this is just a straight up huge buff, though I could be wrong, but yeah, this sounds like a big buff. Pounce now gains 3% magic pierce per fury charge. Mana cost reduced to 10 plus 1.5 per level, down from 30 plus 2. Personally, I've only ever used Pounce to teleport around and to farm and spread massive Curari damage, but I don't know. I don't know how much of a change this would really make. I don't remember having mana problems while using Pounce. Fend now grants 10% physical resistance, adding 3% per extra frenzy charge. Mana cost reduced to 100 plus 5 per level, down from 300 to 10. Okay, that's... I forget how much this gave before. Takedown, frenzy duration raised to 20 seconds from 16 seconds. Lioness, weapon physical damage cap raised to 700% from 600%, so all around buff. Spirit of Vengeance should now teleport at a closer range than before when it gets too far from the player, so that's just a nice quality of life change. Assassin, Noctowl, now deals more damage in crowded areas. Weapon damage reduced to 75% from 80. Bats now pierce and fly in more directions. Throwing, Maelstrom, increased flechettes per nova to 16 from 13. Increased Nova radius by 20%. Reduced magic damage conversion to 80% from 90%. Lethal Incision now reduces Scorpion Blade radius by 56%, up from 33%. Area was still too big for a single target skill, e.g. compare with Arachnomancy. Okay. I wouldn't know, but I'll take their word for it. Damage bonus now scales with character level, improved early scaling and toned down endgame value slightly. Until level 120, total damage was increased by 12% at base level 1, tapering to 7% at base level 10. After 120, total damage decreases slowly until 138, where it is minus 11% at base level 10. Okay. Broadside now accurately displays how many knives it fires at all levels. Witchwind, weapon damage reduced to 30% from 35%. Has new synergy with Stormcrows, gaining 0.2 seconds of vulnerability per base level. Void Gazer now grants 1 extra target to Stormcrows during Witchwind vulnerability, not invulnerability. Barbarian, Nomad, Wolf Companion should now teleport at closer range. Okay, same as the Spirit of Vengeance. Ancient Blood now gets 10 attack rating per soft skill level. Wolf and Guide range increased to 18 yards, up from 11. I assume this is the old Spirit Guide, the thing where you get bonus defense and damage when near a wolf. Now updates less frequently, resulting in fewer cases where the buff drops off due to wolves running out of range for a short period of time. Yeah, that was really annoying. I do remember that being a problem. Snake Stance now gains 10% damage per character level above 120. Eagle Stance now gains 6% IED at level 1. Earthshaker, Earthquake now deals more reliable damage in melee range. Shower of Rocks greatly reduces the delay before dealing damage. Elementalist, Thunderstorm, Deep Freeze, and Purifying Flame now have cooldowns of 12, and 25, respectively, and all having duration of 30 seconds. Using a signature move that isn't currently active replaces it. Reusing the one that is active will refresh the duration. The shared cooldown is listed on the signature moves and Elemental Overload. Primordial Strike no longer requires Elemental Overload. Number of hits raised. Weapon damage increased to 160% from 140. Iron Spiral, weapon damage reduced to 80%. Number of hits increased. Deep Freeze now grants 6% innate LE damage per base level. Thunderstorm now grants 15% movement speed per base level. Elemental Overload no longer grants maximum resistances. Now grants 10% elemental absorption matching the overloaded damage type. Warmonger, Stampede. Axe Throw now changes depending on your combat stance. Now requires level 1. Maximum base level is now 20. Snake Stance. You throw 12 single-hit projectiles with a large range. 200% weapon damage. Gain a damage multiplier to Snake Stance. Poison damage for 1 second after attacking. Damage multiplier is 2% per base level. So, synergy with Snake Stance plus Stampede. Other stances. You throw a projectile that explodes into a multi-hit shrapnel after a short delay. 55% weapon damage. Gains an extra projectile every 9 base levels. Gain bonus physical damage if in Wolf Stance. Gain bonus lightning damage if in Eagle Stance. 20% more bonus damage per base level. Overkill now hits much more consistently. Projectiles concentrated in a smaller area to improve single target damage. Weapon damage now 100%. Projectile scaling redone. 7 base plus 1 per 2 base levels. With the improved hit consistency, the number of projectiles had to be reduced. This skill is currently an excellent boss killer. Snake Bite. I think this was the poison damage one. Reworked damage scaling to be more intuitive and thematically appropriate. Skill will no longer be bad without Gladiator's dominance in the early game and won't need specialization just to be decent in the end game. No longer gains a damage boost from Gladiator's dominance, making the ultimate skill choice non-trivial for the build. Now gains 25% damage per base level per Snake Stance base level. Now gains 8% total damage per character level above 120. Additionally, damage scaling from skill levels above 28 has been increased by 50%. Rebound, now an O skill. Due to a technical limitation with items with this skill, will need to be found anew to function. Rebound has always been, from what I could tell, Rebound has always been garbage and always a huge meme. Don't ever use it. Unless maybe I'm just wrong, but I don't know. Anytime this is ever brought up, I always see people saying, yeah, this skill's garbage, just don't use it. Bloodthirst, new passive skill, grants bonuses depending on your combat stance. Requires 30 points in the other throwing axe skill, Stampede, Snakebite, Overkill. I assume this means 30 points in the throwing tree, not just 30 points into all of these, because 30 points into all of these seems like a ridiculous amount of points. And on top of that, I don't think you can even get that. The max base levels, or the max levels to 30, even with specialization on all of these. Snake Stance. 100% of your life leech added as Poison Pierce. Eagle Stance, same thing but with lightning. Wolf Stance, added as critical strike chance, requires level 40, maximum base level is 1. Boy, so you could just add Life Leech and just make a bunch of Life Leech to be converted into Poison Pierce. Mighty Vigor, new passive proficiency skill, requires Bloodthirst. You may pick up to 2 proficiency skills. Grants 1% Life Leech per 150 Strength. Strength requirement reduces by 5 per base level. Required level is 50, maximum base level is 5. So if I'm understanding this right, this will go down to 1% life leech per 125 strength. So if you max strength, you can get a lot of life leech. And you can add quite a lot of poison or lightning pierce for yourself. Pillage, new proficiency skill, requires Bloodthirst. You may pick up up to 2 proficiency skills. Gives you a low chance to find extra loot when killing monsters on Hell difficulty. Loot includes enchanted runes. Oh boy. Shrines, rare oils, and signets. So this is somewhat of akin to find item, it seems. You need to invest 5 points in this skill to enable the above effect. Required level is 100, maximum base level is 5. Note, for single player and non-ladder characters, you will need to obtain a fresh class charm for this skill to function. Okay, so nice to know this. Unyielding, new passive proficiency skill, requires Bloodthirst. Grants physical resistance for 5 seconds after taking weapon damage. Bonus is 4 per base level. Required level is 45, maximum base level is 5. So you can gain up to 20% physical resistance after taking weapon damage. I could see this being pretty useful for tanking stuff. Panty Zoop says, I think I'm going to try the Throw Barb. Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of good changes here to the Throw Barb trees. Where was I? Oh, aptitude. New proficiency skill. Grants bonus based on your combat stance. Bonus depends on character level above 120 up to a cap. The cap is increased by 4 character levels per base level. Snake Stance, 2% damage multiplier and stampede per character level. Wolf Stance, 10% weapon physical damage per character level. Eagle Stance, 1.5% IED per character level. Required level is 120, max base level is 5. Warder, new passive proficiency skill, requires Bloodthirst. You reduces flat physical LE magic damage for 8 seconds after blocking. Requires a Barbarian Shield. Reduction amount is 30 per base level. Requires 90. Max base level is 5. So... Wait. Mac requires level 90. So I guess... So I'm guessing what this means is this will probably be one of the Uber skills or one of the level 90 abilities. If so, that means this won't stack with Gladiator's Dominance. So. Fortress no longer has a prerequisite skill. Screaming Eagle, now an O skill. Skills no longer consume ammo. I thought skills never consumed ammo in the first place in Median XL. Wasn't that always the case in Median? I know in Vanilla, skills would consume ammo, but that's Vanilla, not Median. Oh, reward. Gladiator's Dominance no longer adds flat magic damage to throwing skills. Now gives 15... Whoa, what the hell? 15% block chance, up from 6%. Deadly Strike changed to Critical Strike. Now also reduces your block cap by 20%. Okay, so I was saying about characters that have max block chance. This means you don't need anywhere near as much dexterity to hit the block cap. And combining this with Warder... Oh boy, I could see this being a real tanky bit. Like, if you make a blocking throw barb, I could see that being incredibly tanky. It's too bad. Yeah, it's too bad that Bojakia, or however you pronounce his name, doesn't seem to play Median anymore. Unless he just streams on Twitch, which I don't use Twitch, so I wouldn't know. But he hasn't updated his YouTube page in forever. Otherwise, he'd probably play this build again. Druid, Hunter. Primal Bond now up to 3% weapon physical damage per 1% minion resistance. Max of 600. Oh boy, so... If you want to go down the weapon damage route, get a bunch of minion resistance. Cascade. Now 120% weapon damage, up from 115%. Fire damage synergy, now 8% per base level, down from 9%. So it's trying to strengthen the physical bow druid instead of the LE bow druid, which is what I did back in the revisited bow druid when I did that in Sigma. Heartseeker, now 145% weapon damage, up from 140. Fixed a bug where the arrows did less damage when flying outwards. Fire damage synergy, now 7% per base level, down from 9%. Bear Companion, cooldown reduced to 10 seconds from 30 seconds. Werebear, Rend hits 20% fewer times, reduced mana cost. So this just seems like a straight up nerf. Wereowl, weapon damage reduced to 100% from 125%. This kind of seems just like Nerfville. Werewolf, Twisted Claw, mini tornadoes now ignore terrain collision. Mini tornadoes are no longer destroyed when they hit an enemy. So this seems like it's going to be a buff. And also, Twisted Claw is I think it's the single target ability, isn't it? I think it is. Necromancer, Death Speaker. Cooldown now scales linearly from 12 seconds base to 4 seconds at max. Now has a maximum level of 10 down to 25. Mold the Flesh, removed. Effects moved to Embalming. I don't remember what this even was. If somebody remembers what this was, you'd have to tell me. Melee, Carnage, reduced hits by 25%, weapon damage boosted from 90 to 125%, increasing total damage. So this is just a buff. Actually, yeah, that is definitely a buff. Reaper, buff duration increased to 10 seconds. Blight's Descent, buff duration increased to 10 seconds. Death Shard removed. That's unfortunate, but we'll see. Ignite, now removed. I don't remember what this... I don't know what this was. Is it Dragon Fire Oil? No, it's not. I'll read all this in a second, but... Widowmaker, now level 1 skill. Locks Fragmentation Shot. Weapon damage increased to 75%. Now fires 12 bolts at level 1, increasing by 4 bolts every 3 levels. As a result of this change, Widowmaker shoots bolts slightly slower. Now converts 50% physical damage to magic. I think before it was close. I think before it was 80. But in Sigma 1.0, I think this is what it was before. But anyway, now gains 5% of total strength as magic damage at level 1, increasing by 1% every 2 levels. So it seems like this is going to... It seems like Widowmaker might be good again. Now accurately displays how many bolts it fires at all levels. Visuals now match the number of bolts. Slightly reduced mana cost. Deathly Effigy, new skill. Conjure a terrifying effigy that fires bolt novas. Hold on. Okay. And shreds nearby corpses. Uses Bolt Nova and Bolt Rush if nearby corpses are available. So it seems like this replaces Death Shards. That seems almost like a chain reaction, Death Shards. But anyway, inherits your physical damage, strength, attack rating, and deadly strike. Gains 5% of total strength as magic damage at level 1, increasing by 1% every 2 levels. Shoots 5 times at level 1, increasing by 1 every base level, max level of 10. I feel this would just be an incredible farming skill. Brutal Effigy, no upgrade for Deathly Effigy. Grants Deathly Effigy an aura that boosts your combat prowess while in range. Grants 4% movement speed per base level. Grants 5% Deadly Strike at level 1, increasing by 1% every base level, max level of 10. Voodoo Practice. New passive requires Deathly Effigy. Grants large damage bonus with crossbows. Grants 1% bonus to strength per base level. Grants 10% weapon physical damage at level 1, increasing by 2% at every level. Grants 1 attack rating per 75% of base strength at all levels. So, I don't know how good this is gonna be, to be quite honest. That seems a little low, but maybe I'll be wrong. It grants a flat rating of like up to what, like 800 with all synergy, with all signets eaten. 2% chance to spawn on a corpse under the target on striking. Due to technical issues, this proc won't work with crossbows found before 2.6. Okay, max level of 25. Life from Death. New passive. Requires either Voodoo Practice or Debilitating Concoction. I don't know what this is. Grants life on kill and a powerful defensive bonus depending on path taken. Grants 10 life on kill at level 1, increasing by 2 every level. Grants 5% physical resistance if taken through the voodoo path, increasing by 1% every 2 levels. Causes life potions to last 15 seconds if taken through the alchemy path. Grants 2.5% increased healing from potions per base level if taken through the alchemy path, up to 50%. Maximum level of 20. Fragmentation Shot. Reworked skill mechanics. Renamed to Catapult Shot. Now fires a spread of explosive potions over a wide area. Requires level 1. Gains 30% increased fire damage per base level. Built-in fire damage greatly increased. Maximum level reduced to 20. So I'm going to assume, I don't know what the fuck's going on outside my room here. Anyway, I assume this would be like if you want to have a fire-piercing crossbow necro, and Widowmaker is more physical-based. Buckshot is now a level 10 skill, requires catapult shot, is renamed to flame burst shot, given more fiery visuals, now converts 100% of physical damage to fire damage, no longer gains extra projectiles from base level, fires 10 projectiles at all levels, now gains 30% increased fire damage per base level, built-in fire damage greatly increased, now much less reliant on angle to deal full damage, maximum level reduced to 20. So I'm going to assume that if you go down this path, this will be your crowd clearing skill, and Buckshot will be the single target skill, which it always was. This always was a great single target skill. I did this back when it was still an O skill in Sigma, and that was one of the most fun builds I ever did in Sigma, actually. Dragonfire Oil, reworked, renamed to Alchemic Preparation, requires Flame Burst Shot at level 20, grants both Catapult Shot and Flame Burst Shot, 1 extra missile per base level. Ooh. Grants 5% Pierce at level 1, gains 1% Fire Pierce per base level, capped at 10%. Grants 1% innate LE damage per 3 levels, maximum level of 20. So, it seems like you should put 5 or 6 points for the 10% Fire Pierce cap? I'm not sure. See, that seems about right. Debilitating Concoction. Okay, hold on. So, so this is just a new skill. Okay. New skill greatly debuffs enemies caught in the targeted area. Requires Alchemic Preparation and level 40. Reduces enemy damage and movement speed by 20% at level 1. Gains 1% extra effect per base level. Lasts 5 seconds at level 1 and gains 0.5 seconds duration per base level. Has a 10-second cooldown. Cooldown is reduced by 0.5 seconds every base level. Max level of 10. Summon Resurgence. Now has half the hard point scaling and maximum base level of 10. Reward Rathmas Chosen. Slightly increase the range of the aura. Decrease how frequently the aura recalculates, which should limit how often it drops during combat. Increased range of aura. Okay, so these are the same thing. Rathmas Chosen was the thing that improves the summon that improves physical damage. The Djinn is the one that grants LE Pierce, I believe. Okay, we don't have a whole lot left. We're almost done with the character changes. We're going to Paladin. Divine Judgment, visuals matched closely when the skill starts and stops. Colosseum defense reduction reduced to 50% up from 100%, so this is cut in half. Sorceress. I like how Paladin's just 2 lines. Sorceress, Arcane, Mana Sweep, Mana Cap raised to 30,000 from 25,000. Arcane Fury, cooldown reduced to 20 seconds. Mana and energy bonuses reduced to 15%. Arcane Torrent, feedback damage at level 1 raised to 10 to 15% of current mana. Feedback damage now gains 1% of current mana every 2 levels. Magic damage at level 1 raised to 7 to 12% of maximum mana. Magic damage now gains 1% of magic current mana every 2 levels. No longer scales on character level. Raven Familiar, okay, teleport at closer range. Melee Blade Storm requires level 3 weapon damage reduced, increasing the hitbox of the swords last patch. Also increased multi-hit, which led to a greater than intended damage buff. Fusillade, reduced weapon damage. Okay. Fire. Incinerate no longer has a downside. I've not played Fire Sorc of any sort in forever, so I wouldn't know any of these. But Pyre, doubled buff duration. Havoc, Base cooldown is now 15 seconds. Cooldown reduces by 1 second every 420 energy, down from 900? What the hell? Oh man, so in order to have no cooldown on this, you would need 15 times 420 energy, which you might be able to do. Oh wait, cooldown is capped at 5 seconds, so it'd be 4,200 energy. My goodness. The change places the skill on a 10-second cooldown with the average amount of energy built caster wants, and still allows further purely cooldown scaling if a player chooses. Lightning, Thunderstone, projectile velocity increase, charged bolt missile size increase, prevent cases where they would miss despite directly hitting target with the stone. Item-only skills. Feral Strike no longer excludes crystal swords. Harbinger, Malfeasance fixed tooltip. Tantrum! The build that they fucking killed about a year ago. They completely fucking killed it. Fixed a bug which causes Tantrum to interfere with skills used during its duration, including itself. Clarified skill mechanics in tooltip. Now fires 3 bursts of shrapnel at level 1, gaining an additional burst every 5 levels. Now fires slightly faster. I don't know if this is worthwhile or not. But yeah, I'm still sour over how they killed this for no reason a year ago. Word. Damage at level 1 reduced to 30% from 40%. Damage gain per level reduced to 1.5%, down from 2. Loud on-use sound effect replaced. Spike Nova given a description and proper sheet damage. Weapon damage raised, wow, to 100% from 25%. Guided Chain now appears on arrow quivers instead of bolts or bows. Which one was Guided Chain? I think I used this in the bow sork. I think it's the one where the arrow hits a target and keeps hitting it over and over again. Psycrown. Base damage reduced by 83%, now scales off total energy. I want to say this is a nerf, but I've never used Psycrown, so I wouldn't know that either. Items, general changes. Tyrannical Blade. Malfeasance is now actually a sword. I think this is the one you get from Sam. Maiden Bow, innate conservation now 50%, down from 66%. Enhanced weapon damage stats. Has been renamed to weapon physical damage. With the introduction of elemental bases, this affix has become even more confusing, hence this change. Original text was never clear to begin with because it didn't clarify damage sources like all other similar mods. Maiden Spear and Maiden Pike, damage at all tiers raised by 20%. So, if you were doing a Spears on, it might be worth a revisit. I'm not saying I'll do it, but if you did, it might be worth a revisit. Needle Crossbow, now an Ellie base, granting 80% of strength as fire damage. So you'd probably want a Needle Crossbow for the buckshot slash frag shot tree, should you go down that tree. Where was I? All non-sacred IED crossbows have their damage boosted. All non-IED Tier 1, Tier 2 weapons have had their base damage raised slightly. Tiered Ellie bases. Reduce flat damage by around 30% on Tiers 1 through 3. Reduce damage by 50% on Tier 4. Damage scaling from attributes increases with tier up to 250% of their previous values at Tier 4. Two-hand bases now also get 60% extra scaling compared to one hand. Previously had more flat damage with the same scaling. Sacred Ellie bases reduce flat damage by around 30%. Battle Axe now 70% of strength as fire damage. Crystal Sword now 45% of dexterity as cold damage, up from 35%. This was the base that Cold Wolf Druids used, I think. Battle Bow Now 52% of dexterity is lightning damage. This is what I used when I did my Ellie Tantrum build, I think. Stag Bow, now 52% of dexterity is Tri-Ellie damage, up from 40. Throwing Axe, 45% of strength is lightning damage, up from 30. Wrist Blade, 52% of dexterity is lightning damage, up from 40. Maple Bow, now 62% of dexterity is fire damage, up from 48. Oh no, 80% of strength is lightning damage, up from 60%. Mammon Axe, now 52% of strength as fire damage, up from 40%. Elemental bases from older patch will still grant the damage boosted values, but the description of the item will be incorrect. Okay. Amulet crafting now requires an oil of alchemy, which drops in the Infernal Machine dungeon. Only works on set amulets, i.e. you cannot keep crafting the same base. The craft will always gain 1 to all skills and one of the following modifiers at random. 10% movement speed, 100 life regen per second, 7% innate Ellie damage, plus 5% vitality, plus 5% energy, 5% Ellie pierce, 5% physical resistance, 25% weapon physical damage, poison length reduction by 20%, curse length reduction by 20%. So you'd probably want to go with one of these, if I'd have to make a guess. So, life, mana, and rejuve potions no longer slow your movement speed during effect. I wasn't aware that this was even a thing. I seriously did not know that this was even a thing that happened, but... Okay. Bull Shield removed movement speed penalty. Stet's Child reduced movement speed penalty to 9 at all tiers. Item affixes. Javelins can no longer roll Death Shards as skill. I didn't know it could. Mystic Orbs. Farnham's Lost Marble. Life on attack now 40, down from 60. Solitude reworked for two-hand physical weapons. Grants 1% weapon physical damage bonus per 1% current mana, i.e. 1% weapon physical damage at full mana. Okay, so this could be pretty good, actually. Also reduces attack speed by 25%. Required level plus 20. Only usable on helms, limit 1. Eye of Malak. Re-enabled and reworked for melee casters. Now grants 3% chance to cast Flash and 3% Lightning Pierce. Now Ring Amulet only. Tiered uniques. Plague Gland. Excuse me. Renamed to Deadbolter. Larzook's Bandolier. Fire Pierce replaced with 5 to 10% Crushing Blow. Tranquilizer removed. I forget which one this even was. I think this was a good one, actually, that they removed. Infernal Itcher. Oh, wait, this was, oh, this was a bolt, wasn't it? This was a unique crossbow bolt. I think it was. Infernal Itcher. New unique bolt quiver. Provides Apocalypse on striking, Fire Pierce, all skills, Strength, Dexterity, and Crushing Blow. This is for the Ellie crossbow Necro. Deathwind. Reworked to be an early game IED weapon. Renamed Wicked Torch. Grants strong damage focused bonus, but is low in defensive stats. Starinvogel. No longer gives cold damage. Ellie Pierce changed to Lightning Pierce. Now gives flat attack rating and movement speed. Rock Shatter removed attack speed and life on kill. Now gives Life Leech. I want to say this is a nerf, but I don't know if it actually is. Thanks to the Life Leech. Thanks to how Life Leech positively affects the throw barb now. This might actually be a buff. Breaking Wheel. Reworked to support Ellie damage. This is that one shield. I think it's a bronze shield base that for the barb. Thunderdome. Replaced proc with Tempest on kill. Removed Lightning Shield O skill. Slightly increased Pierce. This was that helmet. Slime Drool. This was that one helmet. Removed Flee and Slow target. Removing Flee is nice. Added life after each kill and a bonus to Barbarian skills. Bone Chewer. Increased attack speed, added life leech, increased physical resist slightly. Terra Indigus. Maximum damage raised at all tiers. The Flying Anvil. Given 20% increased attack speed per tier. Compass of Souls. Replaced Dragonfire Oil with flat fire damage. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the end here. Just a few things left. Sacred Unique. Hellmouth. Replaced O skill Parasite with Rock Shock. Damage increased to match Necromancer's Parasite. Alnair. Updated Blade Spirits. Blade Spirits are now invulnerable special summons that inherit weapon physical damage. Blade Spirits no longer get Sorcerer's Coven passives. Blade Spirits now properly cast Blade Storm on attack instead of Jatan's Gate. Okay, chance increased to 20%. Increased Blade Spirit damage by 200%. Reduced summon limit to 4. I don't know if this could be used for a Blade Spirit summoner or not. Probably not, but it's there. Stormhammer. Orange text now doubles the synergy bonus granted from Reckoning of Zere. Advent of Hatred. Orange text replaced with Deathly Effigy. +1 to maximum effigies. Hawaiian's Hawacha is now Needle Crossbow. No longer has physical damage. Flametail Shot proc is now level 24 up from 20. Now grants 5 to 12% IED up from 19-30% weapon physical damage. Now grants 5 to all Necro skill levels. Now it's the Orange Text Alchemic Preparation. Flametail Shot gains 1% one projectile per 2 base levels, and Flametail Shots inherits Catapult Shots fire damage. Now reduces dexterity by 100 up from 50. So this was the thing that if you used Widowmaker, it would just spam Flametail Shots everywhere. This thing seems pretty strong once again. Or still. Breath of Fire is now a Needle Crossbow. No longer has physical damage. Now grants 2% all max resistances up from 1. Now grants 3 to 5 all Necro skill levels. So I want to say this is just a straight up buff for the Fire Crossbow tree. Ranger's Disguise. No longer gives Frag Shadow skill. No longer reduces max resistances. Griefbringer, now 5+ projectiles. Sky Murder no longer grants 1 extra target to Stormcrows during Witch Wind vulnerability. Tyrael's Might, damage to undead and demon bonus reduced to 100% from 300%. So that's a little unfortunate. So it nerfs the best item in the game. I'm not saying it's bad now, but that's a little unfortunate. Because Tyrael's Might is still really hard to come by. But yeah. Strength Beyond Strength. Damage to demons bonus reduced to 50% from 90%. Hand of Rathma now grants 1.5% physical res per Resurgence base level. Starhawk, now 45% of dexterity as Tri-Ellie damage, up from 40%. No longer gives flat Ellie damage. Was this a dagger? I think it was. Black Razor, same thing, except Ellie Pierce now 5 to 10%, down from 10 to 15%. Black Ice, fixed a bug where vitality scaling was higher than advertised. Intended was 45%, actual was 54%. Elemental Trance, 5% cast speed replaced with 30 to 50% gold fine. So basically a big fat fuck you here is all this is. Not that 5% cast speed is particularly great either, but, still. You replace a rather useless proc with an even more worthless proc. Zale's Temptation. Healing after weapon damage, now 15% in 5 seconds, down from 20. Ophiophagous. Replace maximum mana bonus with 10% maximum block chance. I want to say this is an improvement overall, but I don't remember what this even was, so. Lacerator. Removed O-skill and resistance penalty. Lightning Pierce roll is now 15 to 30, up from 20. Now adds 100 life after each kill. Flat lightning roll now 350 to 550, up from 350 to 425. Now adds 20% crushing blow and 1 to 2 physical damage. So this was already, I want to say this was already the best throw barb weapon. I could be wrong. And it was the best throw barb weapon in Vanilla D2 also. But this thing, I want to say, is just straight up buffed now. New Sacred Uniques, Death's Reach. New Dart Thrower, nullifies Widowmaker and Lifesteal in exchange for enabling a purely deathly effigy playstyle. Majoner, new Maul focused around hybrid physical lightning damage. Stake Driver, new Great Maul for vampire killing. Alright. Shock and Awe, SSU Throwing Axe, Barbarian only, electrocute your enemies to ash. Sets. Most sets are garbage, but I'll still read it. Achillea's Wake. This is crossbow necro. 30% fire pierce and full set bonus replaced with 15% physical resistance. Achillea's Sledgehammer, now a Stinger crossbow base. Rathmas Chosen, 1 to Blink replaced to 1 to Colosseum, so this is a buff. Big Game Hunter, 2-piece bonus, removed rebound damage bonus. Yeah, because rebound was always garbage. Now gives 10% life leech and 50% bonus defense. 3-piece bonus, replace Crushing Blow with 10% life leech. Straight up buff, Vil. Full set bonus, remove dexterity damage bonus and maximum resists. Max life bonus increased to 10%, up from 7%. Added 10% life leech, 10% physical resistance. Now gives 5% max poison resist and 75% poison length reduction. Hunter's Claw Fist. Remove slow and crushing blow. Now adds 45% of your strength as lightning damage. Now gives 30 poison pierce. 30% poison pierce. Proc chance reduced to 1%. Hunter's Camouflage. Removed block chance. Vit bonus now 31 to 150. Now adds 1 to 2 barbarian skills. Hunter's Step added 0 to 1 barbarian skills. Crushing Blow chance increased to 10%. Hunter's Skin replaced dexterity with vitality. Rolls now 31 to 150. So basically, this could be shortened to please use throw barb set. Vizjiri's Domain, full set bonus no longer grants Arcane Fury cooldown. Full set bonus now causes Arcane Fury to grant 5% additional mana and energy. Ellie Children, 3-piece lightning fire spell damage bonus replaced with 20% lightning pierce. Rune Words, Lunar Fury. We're at the last bit. Excludes Tyrannical Blade. Plagued Mallet. Orange text now grants 5% total Curari damage per Reckoning of Zere base level. Oh, so poison hammers, everybody. Disturbance. Orange text now applies your lightning spell damage to hammer Zere's added lightning damage at 50% efficiency. Luminescence. Maximum damage range is now 151 to 350, down from 151 to 400. Obsidian Crown no longer has 100% reduced weapon damage. Kronos now requires a Gore instead of a Taha. Given orange text voodoo practice, 1% chance to spawn a corpse on striking. Okay, so this will be reanimates. Crucible. Strength bonus reduced to 25% from 50. Damage avoidance reduced to 5% from 15%. Physical damage stats removed. Orange text now causes famine to grant 1% of strength and dexterity as innate LA damage instead of granting weapon physical damage. Sting no longer has flat fire damage. Now has 40 to 50% enhanced damage. Now has 25% faster attack rate. Cheetah removed minion stats and lightning damage. Added flat physical damage and life leech. Viper, new rune word. Tier L in a throwing axe adds 1 barbarian skills, 5 to 10% poison pierce, 20% poison resistance, and 1 mana on kill. And finally, Hamrozere no longer grants bonus physical damage to Hamrozere. Buckshot, now Flame Burst Shot relic, grants Flame Burst Shot 5 extra projectiles. Frag Shot, now Catapult Shot relic, grants Catapult Shot 100% increased fire damage. Death Shards replaced with Spike Nova, minor effects unchanged. Overkill, now 3 extra projectiles. Shadow Refuge is disabled. Snake Bite gives 12 to 20 to Snake Bite, 10% Poison Pierce, and 15% Poison Duration. And finally, Stampede now grants +1 to projectile to Stampede. Respects projectile cap. And now grants 8% life leech. Okay, so that is it. That is a rather short changelog reading, I'm not going to lie. But people wanted it. So there you go. That is the Median XL Sigma version 2.6 changelog. And I got nothing else to add. If you guys want to discuss this change, this mostly seems like a please use Necromancer, please use Crossbow Necro, please use Amazon, and please use Throw Barb change overall. But if you agree, disagree, if you have any other thoughts, feel free to post in the comments once this reading is archived. So I will see you guys next time, and like I said, I'm not going to be starting a new playthrough, but I will continue what I have started in the next season. Farewell, everybody.